Shalom family trendsetter, back at you with another one. I'm actually doing a lot of driving today. Fucked up weather too, but it is what it is. I could get this money before, whoever strikes and shit. Like, at least I can say I made some money. I'm not gonna put it in the bank though. I'll probably put that shit underneath my mattress. No, I'm not, because y'all might know where I live and come try to take the shit. I'm gonna hide it. Well, speaking of which, right? This video I believe is very important, and I want y'all to pay attention. Now, listen, just for the record, right? I don't profess myself to know everything. I'm not a know-it-all, but I'm like this, right? I am very, very smart when it comes to common sense. No, I'm not educated, not articulate either. But when it comes to common sense, it's just like second nature for me. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to say this to y'all, right? And I know I've been saying it all along, but I want y'all to really and truly just take a little time to hear me out. If you have any of this paper in this devil's hand in the bank, right? If you have a significant amount, you may want to take out the majority of it and go and invest in something tangible. For those of you who don't know what tangible means, something you can actually put your hands on, something you can say, that's my shit over there, I own that property, I own this, I own that. Because let me just say this to y'all, right? Should there be a cyber attack, and it will be, because Iran have done many cyber attacks in the past that cripple the financial infrastructure of the United States of America. Iran made a threat that they are going to attack America. Okay? They try to clean up by saying not necessarily Americans, but America. But listen, if you attack America, you're going to attack Americans. Anybody that live in this motherfucker, they're going to be affected. And I believe what they're going to do, because one thing with Americans, right, especially these devils, right, they love their money, boy. In God we trust. That's their God. On the back of the dollar bill, they write, in God. Look at, hey, take a dollar bill out your pocket, right, family? Turn the shit over and look at the writing, what it says. In God we trust. That's their motherfucking God. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like you messing with their God. Yeah, they give you religion, let you believe that they worship a higher power. Yeah, they tell you they worship the Son of God, which is the S-U-N of God, because as I've told y'all in many videos, they literally worship the Son, because the Son is their mortal enemy. But what they have done, family, they have tricked y'all to believe it's S-O-N that they're worshiping. Nobody never met God. Not even you. Shit, I've never met God. Have you? No, you haven't. So they could create a God for you. They could tell you who this God is. They could write it in a book called the Bible, right? And say, this is who God is and this is how he wants to be worshipped. Let me just say this to y'all, right? Real quick. And a lot of y'all may not agree with me, and that's okay. I don't want y'all to agree with everything that I say, but I would like for y'all to go and do some research, though, and disprove me. God is a title. God is an ideology, right? You cannot say you believe in God, because God is anything that you allow or, create to be something that you revere as God. As I've stated before, you have Islam. They believe in Allah, which is their God. You have the Buddhists. They worship a fucking, I think it's a big fat, is Buddha? Yeah, Buddha is with that big fat statue. I remember I made a video like a year and a half ago telling y'all I went into the Chinese restaurant and shit, right? And in the Chinese restaurant in New York, or in Maryland too, I've seen it in Baltimore, they have this statue, this big fat, ugly fucking statue. I think they refer to him as Buddha. They put incense and money and shit in there. It's supposed to be good luck when they're having a Chinese restaurant, right? And they believe that that's their God. So guess what, family? One day I was being an asshole to the lady, because, I seen her did some nasty shit with the food, and I was like, I ain't gonna eat this shit. So I said to her, it wasn't even, I don't think it was it was a lady. Yeah, it was a lady. I thought it was the lady's, the Chinese lady, son. But I think it was her. I said to her, what if I was to, drop this statue and break it, would you be able to replace, I think that's what I said. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Would you be able to replace that statue? Would you be able to replace your God? And she looked at me. She said, huh? Just what she said. She said, huh? And I said, no, if I was to break this statue, right? If a statue was to fall and break, because that's your God, right? Are you able to go buy you another God and put it back in that place where it's at? And man, this bitch got so fucking heated. This Asian devil got so heated. And I don't like Asians either because they don't like us. Believe it or not, they be spitting in your wonton soup and probably pissing in that shit too. So y'all better start eating Chinese restaurant. Eat from Chinese restaurant. All right, let me stay on topic. So, and she got so heated, family, and she basically told me to get out. She said, "Get out, get out, get out." She took the food and she said, "Fuck it." She stopped making it and she was talking to Chinese to whoever and shit. And I'm not trying to disrespect Chinese people, but, you know, fuck it, I'm going to talk about y'all in this video. And she told me to get out, and I started laughing. And when I was walking out the store, I remember there was a white man with his daughter and shit. And he was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I looked at it, the devil, and I laughed. I'm like, yeah, I figured that shit. Because, see, that's who God is. God is a title. All right? So, I don't know how I'm straight off topic, but let me just end this shit by saying, right? Go take out your In God You Trust. In God we trust, which is a monopoly money, and you better start spending that God to something tangible before you're not able to go to the bank should there be a cyber attack, because they're going to fuck with the financial institution first. All right, so take my foolish advice and go take that monopoly money and spend that shit.